I'm hitting such a strong wall right now trying to make this video. There has been so much I wanted to say, so little time due to my life, but so much substance that I've wanted to share, and the more I attempt to do so, the more I found myself refraining and stepping back from doing that. Tonight especially, I have noticed quite a few details about myself and others, meaning those around me. The first is creativity, or lack of. I have been feeling a giant lack of creativity, and I've realized today and the last few weeks that the more that I personally consume, ingest information, mindlessly scroll, don't put out creativity into the world and just consume the creativity of others, the more I lack creativity. I say this because I had a conversation with my husband about this today, actually, that we both noticed how incredibly creative our son Ozzy has been. Now that it's summertime, now that we have been doing less screen time, TV, movies, his creativity has blossomed. He will literally sit and play with his Legos for a really long time and talk to himself, create characters, and play. And I've just noticed that when summertime hits, like all things, adults, child, doesn't matter the age, we're outside more. We're utilizing our skills and our minds so much more than the wintertime, or at least in places that the winter is cold and where you're locked inside. I have been giving my creativity away because of being on my phone. The spark, the passion, the need to build something for myself, to have certain types of realizations have significantly lessened because I'm the tiny amount of time that I get to myself, I'm giving it away. My phone was dead, so I decided to journal for an hour. I haven't done that in so long. I used to do this so much more frequently, and that form of creation and letting go and letting your mind release itself is so much more fulfilling than using that hour of time to yourself after you put the kids to sleep, after you get home from work, after whatever it may be, than just scrolling on your phone. You're not feeding the innermost important aspects of yourself what it needs. It's not you, it's me. It's me, it's us. I say this all the time in the videos. I'm speaking to myself. I chose to let my phone be dead and journal for an hour to see what it would do. Push myself to do something that I didn't really want to do because it's so much easier to just put the TV on. It's so much easier to just let other people's creativity, whether it's good or bad, dictate what we want to do with our minds. I let that consume me way too much, and tonight I decided to let my own creativity come out, and it felt so much better than I anticipated. It's felt so good to just pick up a pen and write what I need to write, whether it's negative, positive, reflective, ranting. I've allowed myself to mindlessly consume, and by mindlessly consuming, we give up our own power. We give up our own self-control. As much as I want to believe that the world is being created and the media is being created and things are being created for our benefit, sometimes it is, but for the most part, for myself, my children, my family, this external world that we're being fed, the mindless noise, it takes away our creativity. It takes away our need to think for ourselves, to feel what we need to feel, instead of shoving it in a bottle, sweeping it under the rug. It puts our emotions and our feelings and our thoughts in our face. When I was journaling, I couldn't escape because my thoughts were so loud. So I had to get it out. I had to see what was on the surface. I couldn't, like I do with watching videos or being on Instagram or scrolling on Facebook, I couldn't bury it down by the mindless noise and distraction. It's a choice that we have to make. It's a choice that I have to make to consciously desire these things. Because at the end of the day, I'm really exhausted, and sometimes, as lazy as it sounds, journaling, painting, making a video to get information out instead of consume takes more energy, and I don't have a lot of energy, but that seed that you plant will provide more energy down the road versus filling your void with nonsense, filling your void with incomplete just space. It's the same thing on a physical level with food. When you don't eat nutritiously, if you don't allow your body to consume things that fill you with energy, vitality, then your longevity is just cut. It's just cut. And as quick as those fast calories are to give you pleasure, they flee so much quicker. And when you consume on a physical level, when you consume things that give your body so much energy, it brings it into the next day. It brings it to your brain, giving you more power and connectivity. It's the same thing without food. It's the same thing with social media and consumption and buying things. It's all the same thing. It's really hard to break from the cycle sometimes that we find ourselves in. And I needed taking a break from making YouTube videos to realize this. Something that I once lived by from my favorite book, Siddhartha, is thinking, waiting, fasting. Think, wait, fast. To think, to contemplate about something, to patiently, cognitively wait before taking action, to just observe. Fasting, detoxing from your environment, taking space. That can be applied to so many aspects of life that could be so beneficial and crucial. To think, to wait, to fast. Let's try to heighten our creativity and to feed our souls, to feed our bodies, to fill our cup with substance, not for anyone other than us sometimes. My life is all about giving to others. I am a mom, and that is my very existence. I am a wife, and that is my very existence sometimes. And I forget it's about filling my own cup too. It's about filling your cup and giving yourself the creativity and the nourishment that you need in order to wake up the next day feeling motivated. I don't wake up feeling motivated when the night before all I do is scroll and consume other people's information that most often has little to no substance. Now, if I'm trying to educate myself and learn, that's a different story, but I'm talking about mindlessly consuming other people's forms of creativity. Think, wait, fast. Try to create for yourself. Take a break.